We'll cover how to quickly duplicate sections so that we can add more content and really quickly populate a page. So here we're on a really good example page. You can see that there are backgrounds that go back and forth, and so if we duplicate a section, then we'll have to adjust things. So we will go to Enable Visual Builder here on our Divi site. And then let's say we want to duplicate this middle one here. Now this one has a pop-up, which will be covered in a later video there. So actually, for simplicity, we'll duplicate this top one here. And so the blue is the section, the green being the row, and then the gray squares indicating elements, which are then columns. And so that's kind of the hierarchy of things. Just to quickly go over that, if we want to hit a certain column, if we did something special, you would click on the row settings, and then you could get into the columns there, rearrange them as you need, switch them back. It's best to take things a tad slow with Divi sometimes. There we go. And then we can just hit the X to cancel our changes there. Regardless, if we want to duplicate the entire section all at once, we'll just hit this little guy right here. Scroll on down, and there we have a carbon copy of it right here. Now, if we wanted to start changing content, it's a completely separate copy, so we could start just clicking into the text here. And if we click like that, we can just test text is here. You can do it right in line, or if you need to do something a little fancier or maintain some special formatting, safer ways to hit the gear. If you're familiar with HTML markup, you can manipulate it here or switch to the visual tab. And once that loads, then you'll see the text there. It's not loading for me for some reason, but typically that would be where the visual version of the text would load. We'll just hit the X there. And then if we wanted to change the background of this new section, since it's been duplicated and we have this kind of beige color running into a beige color, we would go do a single click in kind of this top section, so that way we see this bar for the blue denoting the section. And then these are our typical tabs. We have the content, design, advanced, and pop-up. Nice thing is background is one of the most commonly used settings, and so it's right here under background. You can see we have the beige color here. You can either click into here and choose a very specific color, or just hit one of the go-to ones, in this case being white, and hit the check mark. And so now we have a white background, so we have that contrast there, and now we have white running into white. So in this particular case, if it was a whole new section being added, you would need to change this one to light beige and then this one to white, so that you keep your kind of design style you had going on before. But you know, when you're making large insertions into a page's layout, you got to expect a little bit of adjustment. And then I imagine that you would want to change the colors here too. And so this part is, you can see it's a custom coded one, but right here, right before individual, it says color and the hex code there. So in this case, we would change that to say, maybe it would just be black, and that would change it just like that. This one looks to be the same across all sections, so we would keep that there. And then there's a lot of other complex things going on in this section, so it depends on what you wanted to change. One more thing, two more things I will highlight if you were changing some things here. Right here, there are special backgrounds to these columns to make them look like that, because we have elements inside a colored column. And so if you hit at the gear on the first column, because this is just empty space, and go to background, you'll see there's the blue. And so just do something very popping, doesn't match the brand, but red, and you hit the check mark there. And so the way that that column was styled is that it's just a red background, and then in the border here, it's just made to be rounded, which is how we got that rounding effect. You can see I can go from 0 and then back to 30. And so if you ever need to tweak those kinds of things, that's how that would be done. And then the buttons here, I imagine that if you were creating a new section, and you would want this to match as it used to, so you would make this a red button to match that new red background there. And so in the button, you go over to the design tab, and most of the buttons design is going to be under button here, because it's a custom style. And so you would scroll down to button background, click here, and we click that red again. Just slide this over so we can actually see what we're working with. There it is, now it's red. And if you click this guy here, this is the hover color. Right now, if you hover on it, it'll be like a lighter version of the blue, not what we want. So we can click this guy, hit the red again, and then a really easy way to make it a different shade is just to either lighten it toward white, or just kind of like, it's kind of desaturates it, or just lighten its transparency. Either way, it will be, in this case, since we have this beige background, I'm going to say this one here seems to look a little more like you would expect. So now if we check mark that guy, hit our 3 dots and save, now I'll be able to look and see the real page. I'm just going to right click Exit Visual Builder so I can see the real page in a new tab while keeping this open so I don't have to reload it. And if we scroll down, we'll see this whole new section here with the view openings. Now it hovers like that. And the red section, the black text, the white background, all looking as we would expect. And that is the basics of duplicating a section and editing the content within. One final footnote I will mention, if you're doing something like linking to sections like we are on this particular page, each of these buttons, if you look, it only links to the hashtag partner as an individual, which is what is set here in the section ID, which is how we get that scrolling effect. It scrolls down to whatever has this in the ID field. But when we duplicated that section, this section retains that unique ID, and there's only ever supposed to be one ID on a page. And so what we would want to do is we would want to change this to, just going to say partner for now. I don't know what else you would partner as, but we'd want this to be unique, so we would change that to partner, hit check, and then if we added a new button or duplicated one of these buttons, we would make it link to hashtag partner, and then when someone clicks on it, it would scroll down to that section. And I'll just demonstrate what it looks like in its typical configuration. If we click on, say, an organization, it scrolls on down to that because that one has partner as an organization in its section ID. Anyhow, that is the overview. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Cheers.